Okay, so minimalism has tiers. A lot of people think minimalism is living in a tiny home, having an electric car, having one spoon, having one table, having what I'm saying? Like a lot of people think of minimalism as this lifestyle that can't be maintained. But I'm here to tell you that minimalism is actually doable. And I'm here to tell you why I think there's tiers to minimalism. So let's get into that. So with me, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I consider myself a minimalist now, and a lot of people be like, oh no, you're not a minimalist because you don't live in a tiny home, or you're not a minimalist because you don't have a electric car. People be putting these ideals and these stereotypes on being a minimalist, but actually it's a mindset. Being a minimalist is a mindset, and it's not exactly how you consider yourself a minimalist or how people consider you a minimalist. It's a mindset. And as long as you know you're decluttering, as long as you know you're not purposely bringing things into your life that don't have no purpose, or keeping things in your life that don't have purpose, then you know that you're on that road to become a minimalist. Like, you don't have to have the most fanciest things all the time. What you have currently is enough. And that's what I think minimalism is about. But a lot of people think about minimalism as just living in a box with one lamp, no couches, no chairs. Like, it's perfectly fine to be a minimalist and still have things that you need to live. Like me, I know I can't live in no tiny home. That's just not how I live. I'd rather live in a nice size apartment or a home and live a minimalist lifestyle that way. Or I know I can't drive no electric car, you know what I'm saying? I would rather drive something that I would appreciate driving every single day. An electric car is just not my wave, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on that. Everybody not gonna be on that electric car type of thing, or a small two-door Beetle looking car. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's be realistic about it. This is why I say minimalism is in tiers. So you have, I would say, the extreme tier. The extreme tier is the tiny house, or living in a van life, or electric car, you know, having all that is the extreme. You know what I'm saying? You go into their house, they have no couches, they just have a yoga mat and a plant and maybe one spoon and maybe one bottle of water in the refrigerator. I don't know, but I'm not the extreme. And I know a lot of people aren't extreme, but does that mean that they can't be minimalist just because they don't live that type of lifestyle? No. And then you have the next level, which is moderate. They might have a smaller home, but they have the essentials that they need to live. You know what I'm saying? And those essentials might be, they might have a fancy car. They might have, you know, a smaller home, but, you know, they still have a couch, a chair, like they live normal. You know what I'm saying? And then you have tier, I would say, the slight tier, which is kind of where I am right now. I'm between the slight tier and the middle tier right now. But the slight tier is, you know, you still have things that you like, and you're still focusing on what to get rid of and what to declutter and what you need in your life to be essential, and the things you need and not the things that you want. And you might still have some things you want in your life, but you don't quite necessarily need it, but you're trying to figure out a way to, you know, get rid of that and go more into that lifestyle of being a minimalist on a moderate level. And that's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming to be a minimalist on a moderate level. I'm training my mindset, and I'm getting there. I'm not perfect, and nobody is perfect, you know what I'm saying? So I don't expect anyone that's, you know, embarking on this journey to be full on minimalist, full on, you know what I'm saying, like to the extreme. That's not how it goes. It's a process. Just like weightlifting is a process, you know, getting in shape is a process. Minimalism is a process. You can't just wake up and become a minimalist. It takes stages and phases to become a minimalist. And, you know, don't let anyone, you know, tell you that you're not a minimalist because you're not here, or you're not a minimalist because you're not here. You know, you have to start somewhere. And I'm like I said, I'm right there at the bottom and middle level. I'm not all the way at the bottom, but I'm not directly in the middle yet. And I'll never be extreme. I will never be an extreme minimalist. So if you're into minimalism and you're looking for an extreme minimalist, I'm not the person you probably want to follow or subscribe to. Also, one thing that I'd like to think about is think about where your life was before. A lot of people already kind of had like a minimalist lifestyle, so it's easy for them to go to extreme. But I lived a lifestyle where, look, if I want it, I'm gonna try to get it. If I don't need it, I'm gonna try to get it. It ain't no decluttering. I'm keeping everything. I'm keeping all that stuff. That's the type of lifestyle I lived. So, you know, for me, where I am now is extreme. So I feel like some of you all might look at minimalism and think, oh no, I can't do that, because you're looking at the extreme level of minimalism. But just know that there are steps and tiers. You have to start somewhere. I don't expect nobody to come into minimalism tier 2 or higher. You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of migrate yourself into the lifestyle. You can't just jump into it. You have to train your mind. You have to train a new, you almost have to have a new way of learning, guys, like a new way of operating, a new way of living. And you can't just jump into a lifestyle, because you might get shocked. It's like if you have a fish tank and you go out and buy a new fish, you can't just dump that fish into that new body of water. You have to keep the fish in that bubble wrap and then put that bubble wrap into the water so it can adapt to the water and slowly migrate, and keep it in that for a little while, and then pour the fish into the water. But you can't just pour the fish out of the water that you bought it in and then into the new water, because it will get shocked. Like, it'll be like, what is going on? So it's the same thing with, I would say, minimalism. You can't just jump into it. You know what I'm saying? You have to migrate yourself in there. So don't be scared to start at a lower tier and then end up at a moderate tier. And even if you want to become an extreme minimalist, that's okay. But don't think that you can just jump there. You have to get there immediately. Take your time decluttering, take your time, you know, going through the phases of becoming a minimalist if that's something you want to do. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise, that you have to be this way to become a minimalist, or you have to do this in order to be deemed a minimalist. Nah, minimalism is all about the mindset, guys. Once you train your mind as a minimalist, that's all you need. Once you train your mind and you can go into the store and be like, you know something, I don't need that. I just want that. I'm not gonna buy it because I'm just gonna use it for one day or two and that's it, and then keep it in my house forever. No. Like, keep your essentials. There's this culture, especially in the Black community, where you treat yourself. The treat yourself culture, where you have to treat yourself to something nice, reward yourself. And a lot of times women are buying Louis bags, Birkin bags, all kind of bags to treat themselves. But that's just an excuse, because you don't need it, you just want it. But to treat yourself is make you seem like that's something you need to do because you earned it. You know what I'm saying? Or us men, we like to treat ourselves with what we like. Maybe it might be a Rolly watch. We don't need a Rolly watch. We want it, and if we consider ourselves treating ourselves because we earned it, it's not necessarily a necessity. It's something nice, but it's not a necessity. But once you train your mindset, like, yo, I don't need that. I just want it. Like, it's a nice look. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have one, but do I really need it right now? Like, the treat yourself mentality, I'm trying to tell you. But I'm going off track. I do want to do a video on the treat yourself mentality and how that can affect minimalism or living simpler. And a lot of times, you know, we don't think about it like that. Yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. If you all want to see more of this type of content, I make videos on minimalism, living a simple lifestyle. And I make these videos coming from a place of, you know, growing up, living in, you know, a small city in South Carolina, seeing people fight over Black Friday deals, trying to get sales and all the stuff like this, and just not understanding how you could just live a simple life. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from. And, you know, recently, maybe 3 months ago, I realized, like, yo, all this ain't necessary. You know what I'm saying? We could live a simple lifestyle, still look nice, still, you know, keep our status up without having to buy all this stuff to make it seem like we're this and that. So that's where these videos are coming from. So if you're interested in those type of videos, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video. Those help. The likes help. Just tap it. Just like that, just tap it. Tap the like button. It's not hard. And it's not hard to hit the subscribe button. And it's not hard to comment. Comment your journey. Comment if you're trying to embark on this path. Comment if you're decluttering. Comment. Just comment. Say, hey, speak to your boy. You know what I'm saying? But thank y'all. And I'll catch y'all next video.